Hey there, it's Raven Scry here today to offer another crypto reading. This one's offered by David, so thank you, David. And he's requested Jesus Coin, which is Jesus, Hello Coin, which is hello, and Litlab Games, which is Lit, Litt. Okay, let's just jump straight into it. The first coin that you've selected is Jesus Coin, which is ticker Jesus. Okay. So as I connect to the energy of this coin, I'm feeling a hum. There's sort of this hum. There's this resonant hum, and it's interesting. Now they're showing me sort of it looks to be something like a kettle, and it's boiling water. And now it's a glass kettle, and there's a blue light inside it. I don't know if you've seen kettles like this, but there is this, it's a particular type of kettle with this blue light that they're showing me in connection here with Jesus Coin. Okay, now this water is boiling. This water is boiling, and I ask, okay, help me to understand this scene a little bit more. And someone is making something. It's like the kettle boils, someone comes along, gets the water from the kettle and is making a cuppa of some description. So they're using this water within the way that this is being shown. Now I ask Spirit, okay, what have you got to share with me around Jesus Coin, and what you think of Jesus Coin, where we're at with this coin. Separation, I'm hearing. Separation of clarity is what I'm hearing too. Okay. Help me to understand this a little bit more, Spirit. They're saying that the Jesus Coin is not really one that they're wanting to gravitate toward. Help me to understand why. It's like they're standing back from this coin. Not enough adoption, not enough use case. They're kind of showing it going down the hill. Okay, so is there anything more to say around this project, Spirit? Because they're kind of not giving me a lot here. So not enough adoption, not enough use case. You're also wanting to say not enough funds, and to do with funds management. There's sort of a sense around this that feels very... It feels like there's a group of young teenagers that are kind of all laughing together, is what I'm being shown. It's like this is pretty funny, and it's all a big joke. And I mean, I suppose, given its name, Jesus Coin, it's probably, I don't really know about it, but probably another one of these memes. But there is this sense of these joking guys that are there with this coin. And I ask, is this to do with the creators? Yes, it's like, okay, help me to understand this a little bit more, because it's like they show these kids laughing and creating something pretty funny, and I just ask, okay, well, as we move further into 2024 and into 2025, they're talking about still eruptions of growth. I feel as though this is going to move still, as will many things, but it's still an eruption of growth, but it just has this nothingy feeling around it, in the way the energy feels, and it's quite open and quite... There's not a lot of direct information coming through about this one. I just feel like I'm kind of floating in nowhere land. And okay, I'm just going to ask Spirit a little bit more of what they might offer here around Jesus Coin and the trajectory of this project. Is it going to do well? They show it moving up, but they're kind of stepping back from it. So within that, they're not really wanting to engage. There is also this element of not being taken seriously. I feel like this element of this group of young guys. I feel like I wouldn't fully trust what they're doing. It almost brings to mind a rug pull kind of energy with it. And not to say that's, the case necessarily, but this is the energy that comes with this group of young guys that I'm seeing, that it's all pretty funny. And it's laughing at the coin, but also laughing at the people. Like, it's all a big funny joke. And I just, the sense that I'm getting around it isn't making me feel very good, in the way that it's coming through. And I'm just going to ask anything more that they wish to offer around this coin, Jesus. They're showing it moving up with a lot of as I said, a lot of these memes, a lot of these, the dog coins, all of these meme coins. They're showing me this one's going to move up too, but they're not, like, so will a lot of things is kind of what they're saying. And they're not really giving me much more than that, other than just be careful, because it's certainly not stable. And stable in, it could just go to zero very quickly is kind of what is impressed upon me. But, as I said, in saying that, it still could do some decent moves. Okay, I'm going to move along now to Hello Coin, which is Hello ticker. I feel there's a successful energy around this. There's movement, fun, joy, and some sort of community that feels light and fresh in the way that it comes through. Now, I ask Spirit, anything they want to share around this coin, Hello. They're talking about gains and strong gains, although, it doesn't have, some of the bigger coins have such big energy with them. Like, this is kind of, we're playing in littler coin sort of zone here, and it's harder. It's almost like they're younger. They haven't grown to adults yet, and they don't, they're not really showing me their true colours fully. It's like, children when they're young and they're adaptable, and then one minute they're talking about this, and next minute they're trying out a lot of stuff. So there is that energy of youth in it, but there's also an energy of flow, which is quite awesome. There's a flow and an abundance and a fun element here with it, in the way that they show this. But in terms of, groundedness to, where we're going to head in the future, it feels early, it feels young, and it almost feels like I can't pin it down in the way that it comes through. But I'm just going to ask now, okay, with Hello Coin, moving into 2024, further into 2024, into 2025, I'm hearing bust boom with this, with Hello Token, Spirit, Hello Token, bust boom, eruption growth, physical matter. Like, I feel as though it's volatile, and I feel as though they're describing the space, but they're also describing perhaps some of the movements that are going on here with this token. It's being pulled around. It's like they show me this scene of an ocean that's like stormy, and it's like it's being pulled around, rocked around like the ship. It's kind of going from one side to the other side. I nearly fell off the edge, and then I fell over, and then I got all wet, and it's kind of like all of this everywhere energy is the way that it's coming through. And as I ask, okay, can I have a bit more clarity on this everywhere energy with Hello? And they're just saying boom bust, boom bust. So it's like, I feel like it's in a time that there's big booms, big busts, big volatility is how it's coming through with this coin. But it's hard to pin it down. It's like it's shifting, changing, moving constantly, evolving essentially as it goes. Okay, so I'm going to move along now to your last coin request, which is Litlab Games, which is Litt, the ticker, Litt. Okay, so as I connect to its energy, I'm hearing fire sale. and they're showing me strong elevation, strong growth with this one. It's like it's going to take off into a gaming run, it feels like. Okay, so Litlab Games, Spirit. I feel as though they show me quite strong trajectory of, moving up the charts. It feels quite clear and quite, like they're reaching the target, and it's like it's almost anticipated that, okay, this is going to happen, and then it happens. So, it's got quite a strong path, and they show me this almost like a runway, that is, we're on the runway and the plane started the engine and we're now rolling down the runway, and it's going to, we're rolling down the runway and the phone decides to interrupt. So as we roll down the runway, we're basically taking off, and, the plane has already started, and we're moving. So I'm asking Spirit, is there anything more that they wish to share around Litlab Games? Proof of work, but almost some complications around proof of work. And I ask you, can you give me a little bit more information around this? They're saying stable for a time and then not so stable. And then they show me this kind of big growth, this sort of eruption. So it almost feels like it's going to, do some big moves, but then this volatile instability is going to kick in some way. Now I ask, okay, as we move further down 2024 into 2025 with Litlab Games, I hear hold, strong hold, coming in for this one, and I also just feel there's this openness that they're showing me as it moves up. Like, as I've said, it seems, at the way that it's being shown, it seems like it's going to have some quite strong trajectory. The plane's already on the track, on the tarmac, preparing to take off. It feels fairly inevitable. But I ask Spirit, okay, we're moving along further and further. Is there anything around 2024, 2025 further that they wish to share around Litlab Games? Progression, a strong community hold. But just be mindful of the drop, they're saying. It's like it's going to have a big run up, but just be mindful of that drop. And I ask, a little bit more around, is this drop in 2024, 2025? It almost feels like there could be a couple of quite strong drops. It feels as though it could be, later in 2024, but in 2025 as well. It feels like there is this sense of, a big heightened energy, then there's a drop, and then it kind of it's sort of several months later, a similar movement. It's like it goes for another run, but it's just be mindful and careful of the drop is what Spirit's impressing upon me. Now I'm just going to ask for anything else that they wish to add around Litt. I'm hearing mining company. Interest from mining company. And I ask, help me to understand. Okay, now they're showing me a scene. They're showing me a scene of men with their picks, like mining in the dirt. And I ask, help me to understand, this a little bit more. They're just talking a connection with mining is quite strong. They're just wanting to bring that through. Okay, and any last bits of information that they want to share around Litt? They just fire sale. They're saying fire sale. So it's like, it feels like it is at good prices. It's at cheap prices is kind of the feeling that I get with this. I ask Spirit, okay, fire sale, can you clarify? Is the fire sale coming? No, it is kind of now, is what they're saying, fire sale. So it almost feels like there's some cheap, decent prices now is kind of the energy that they're giving me around this. Of course, this is not financial advice, but this is the energy that is being given. So I'll just offer it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those readings. If you've got any thoughts or comments, please don't hesitate to pop them below. And I'll see you again soon. Raven Scry signing off.